G'day team, how are you? BJ Lyons from 618 Barbell and 618 Coaching back again. I've had a few questions from my coaching team about tempos, tempo exercises. What are they? How do we do them? And why do you prescribe them the way you do? So I thought I'd jump on and do a little bit of an explanation about it and run through some of the points of why and how we can implement them. So what are tempos? Tempos are when we apply a timing signature to a lift in particular. So we can perform tempos on any exercise we do. All it means is we control the different portions of the lift at particular prescribed speeds, okay? Why do we use tempos? So tempos can be applied for a multitude of reasons. It can be something as simple to get a newer lifter to move slower, to spend more time learning their motor patterns and their balance and stability. It can be used to increase stability because we're moving slower and putting more demand and control on the musculature. We can do fast, increased tempos to get someone to be moving quicker if they're a little bit doughy through a movement or just not quite applying the right amount of force. We can also use them to fix up improper movement imbalances. So for an example, if you have a very imbalanced hip at the bottom of the squat, so you're really sitting like really heavy into one side of the hip, we can use a tempo where we control our speed on the way down so we have time to make micro adjustments as we're moving down. And by the time we get to the bottom, hopefully be in a bit of a better position. Or if we have a tempo for the pause, so say if we're pausing for 3 seconds, we have time there to feel the position, maybe make some slight adjustments under the barbell, not under too much load hopefully, and come back up from there. So multitude of reasons we use them, and a lot of the time it's just to get more work done with less weight, to not stress the system or risk injury too much as well, okay? How are tempos prescribed? So this has been the biggest thing. The way that I write them on the program has confused some people. For example, in the past, sometimes I'll say we're gonna do a squat with a 3-second eccentric. Eccentric is our downwards phase, and that's all I'll write. Other times I will write tempo squat, and the way that I prescribe them is we use a number for the counting or the timing signature and the 4 different positions of the lift. So if I was programming a tempo squat, I would write it in the way of 3-1-2-0. That is going to mean the first portion of our movement, which is the eccentric, is a 3 count. So we go down on a 1, 2, 3. At the bottom, if it's a 1, that is a 1 count pause at the bottom. If it was a 0, that'd be no pause. Correct? Correct. 2 on the way up means we're going to move slightly slower than we normally would to control our concentric phase. And then a 0 at the top would mean no pause or no reset or no rest in between reps, all right? So down for 3, pause for 2, up for 2, straight back into down for 3, okay? So that's how I write them. If there's any confusion in the movements themselves, just think simply the first number is going to be the first part of the movement. All the lifts we do change direction and go back up and down or down and up, so there's always going to be the first part of the movement, the bottom or top, depending what we're doing, the second part of the movement, and then the top of the bottom. All right, hopefully that helps. If there's any questions, whack them in the comments below on the YouTube channel, or feel free to reach out directly via the DMs on our Instagram, Facebook, any of those social media points will be fine. All right, thanks very much, guys. Peace, party on, and I'll catch up with you soon. So we're counting, right? What's the best way to count it? I find if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes too quick when we're under pressure. So how you want to get it right? This is what I suggest. 1, I fucking hate you, BJ. 2, I fucking hate you, BJ. 3, I fucking hate you, BJ. 4, I fucking hate you, BJ. Done.